Welcome to Quick GIS. Our topic today for this quick video is how to prepare your ArcGIS map to share with somebody else, or maybe to submit to your professor as an assignment for a class. Okay, the first thing we need to do is look at our table of contents. If there are any data layers in here that aren't necessary for the recipient to get, let's get rid of them. Why clutter their life with things that they don't need or potentially confuse them? So in my map here, I've got this raster here, and this doesn't need to be shared, so I'm just going to right click on it and remove. I think all the other layers I have here are ones that need to be shared. Alright, so I'm in the list by drawing order view of the table of contents. I'm going to switch over here to list by source. This is the next thing. Before you can really share effectively and make sure all your data gets properly ported to the flash drive or the zip file or whatever you're going to use to share it, you need to make sure all your data is in one place. That's really the easiest way to go. And what we see here is I've got this precip totals data set is in a folder, so that is a shapefile, and then I have all the rest of my data in this geodatabase. Let's get this precip totals data set into the geodatabase. The simplest way to do that, since we're here, is to right click on it, choose data from the context menu, export data. For that window, I'm going to point it back to that geodatabase, and I'll just give it a name. Precip totals was fine. We'll save that. Okay. Now ArcMap's going to ask me if I want to add the new layer, the exported data to my map as a layer. I'll say yes. And what you see now is we've got two copies. We've got the original copy, which is down here. It popped down to the bottom of the screen, and the new copy, which is listed as being in the geodatabase. It looks like the symbology is the same. One quick way, if the symbology would have been different, like for example, let's just change this real quick. Say that it was green circles and we prefer the green circles. The easiest way to do that would be right click on the new layer that you just created under properties, go to your symbology tab, and then click the import button. Choose the layer we want to import from, which would be the other precip layer. You can see it's adopted that green circle. Hit OK. Now everything's good. Now that we've imported that symbology across, and that was simple for this green circle, but think about the symbology for this precipitation layer. It would have just taken a second to manually change that symbol from the red circle to the green circle, but it would have taken a couple minutes to reproduce this. So it would have been a lot easier to import a big complex symbology scheme like this one. Anyway, now we're ready. We can remove the precip totals. All our data is in this same geodatabase. One quick way to check that is to collapse the geodatabase, and all our data gets collapsed with it. So that means everything's in there. I'm going to hit save on the menu. All right, now there's one more important thing. I'm going to go ahead and switch back to the table of contents list by drawing order view. Come into your file menu, go down to map document properties, click on that. And the thing I'm interested in here is make sure that the store relative path names to data sources is checked. Right now we're working off of an L drive, but if I share this data by copying it to my flash drive and give that to somebody and they plug that into their computer, and in the new computer that flash drive is mapped as, say, the E drive or F drive, everything will still work. So this is really important. Store relative path names to data sources. So that's good. I'm going to hit OK. Navigate to where all those data were. So that geodatabase is right here. There's an Excel file that I used that I drew some data from, and then the map file I was using was this one. So those are the three files that I want to share with somebody. Now that everything is set up here, I've got my flash drive plugged in. It's this K drive. Create a new folder. On that K drive, I'll just call it shared_GIS map, and then I can come back up here, and those three files that I want to share, I can just drag them down there and let Windows copy that for me. click on that folder and you can see those 3 files are there. Now the important thing to do is to, if you want to make sure this is 100% going to work the way that you expect, be to get all the way out of ArcMap, eject that drive, take it to a different computer, plug the flash drive in, open that map up and make sure that there are no broken data links, which are signified by red exclamation marks next to the data in the table of contents. But since I don't have another computer hooked up to record right now, I'm just going to demonstrate that by opening this up from the flash drive. Okay, so it's opened. If we click on the show by data sources, remember originally this geodatabase was on my L drive, but now all those data automatically opened up through the K drive because I opened the file from my K drive, which is my flash drive. So we have accomplished our mission. Hope that helps. Thank you.